Your core issue, your root problem, is not that your desire hasn't manifested yet. The problem is that you keep reacting every time you notice that your desire has not manifested. So let me show this to you with an example. Imagine you're scrolling Instagram, right? And you see a picture of your dream vacation. Maybe it's a white sand beach, crystal clear water, the whole thing. But instead of just seeing it, you start reacting by telling yourself, oh, I need to find a way to make this happen, and constantly thinking about trying to make it happen, trying to bridge the gap. You start overthinking why you're not on that beach already. In other words, you're reacting to your thoughts. You get mad at yourself for not saving enough money or for wasting time on other things, or by criticizing your thoughts of insufficiency. All of this is nothing but judging. Then you spam affirmations in your mind. I'm already on the beach. I'm already on the beach. I'm on the beach. I'm on the white beach. I'm on the white beach. You're simply affirming. Or you download subliminals or try meditations to fix the feeling. In other words, you're running to escape. Heck, you even block Instagram, TikTok, or whatever the app is, thinking that the app is the problem and you're avoiding this app, right? But here is the deal. Every one of those reactions is coming from the same place. A belief that you're not enough right now. You're convinced there's something missing, something to fix, some gap to close between you and your desire. And why do you feel this way? Because you've mistaken yourself for a collection of stories, thoughts, and beliefs. You think you are the story of your past. First, you feel like there's a past. You feel that you are the story of your failures, successes, traumas, and achievements. You think you are just the thoughts that run through your head. You feel like you're the thought of, I'm not good enough. I need to do more. I need to work hard. I'll only feel complete when I have XYZ desire. You think you are just this body that is too tired, the mind that's too restless, or the emotions that swing between doubt and hope. So here's the truth. You are not just your stories. You are the one noticing them. You are the awareness of them. Think of it like watching a movie, right? When you're watching a movie, you might get so caught up in the drama of the movie that you feel like you're part of it for a short amount of time, right? If the character loses something, you feel the pain. If they win, you feel the joy. But no matter how real it feels in that moment, you are not actually in the movie, are you? You're the one sitting in the seat, aware of what's playing on the screen. It's the same thing with your life. And we'll expand on this analogy further, so stick with me. It's not the whole picture. Your thoughts, beliefs, and stories are like that movie. And you're the awareness watching it all unfold. This is a good perspective to notice. And as the awareness, you are everything. Not only the stories, but the space in which they exist. Not just the desire, but the entire experience of desire itself. So keep watching, we'll explore this more. So here's where it gets interesting. If you're the awareness of all of these things, then you're not separate from what you desire, right? According to the law of assumption, you already are what you assume to be, right? To put it very, very briefly. If so, in this exploration, if you are awareness, then everything, your assumptions, your desires, your doubts, is already a part of you, meaning a part of awareness. You don't need to bridge a gap between here and there because there is no place called there. Everything you desire is already a part of your awareness. And that means it's already part of you. And we'll explore more on how you are your desire. The love you seek, the abundance you crave, the peace you long for, it's not out there waiting for you to chase it. It's already you. It's simply a part of what you are. Just like the waves are a part of the ocean. They're made of the ocean. So when you stop reacting and start noticing, this becomes clear. The gap you thought existed, it was never real. The stories that told you, oh, I'm not enough, it's just not working out, I'm just being delusional, they really were just passing clouds in the sky of your awareness. You've always been everything you desire. Not because you've achieved it, affirmed it, or meditated into it, but because at your core, you are the wholeness where no gap exists. You are the awareness that holds it all, the stories, the desires, the reactions. You are the stillness beneath it all. And this stillness, this awareness, well, it's limitless, right? It is complete. It is you. So you are the background and you are the foreground and the substance of all experience. Here's what I mean by that. Everything that arises, your thoughts, feelings, desires, doubts, does so within awareness, within this awareness. And therefore it is made of that same awareness. If something arises in a medium, it has to be made of the same medium. So it's made of the same awareness. So just reflect on these questions, these guided questions for a moment. Can you find the gap between you and your desire right now? Or is it only a thought that says there's a gap? Notice this. Now ask yourself, where do your thoughts appear? Notice the space in which they exist. Simply notice the space. Can these thoughts exist without your awareness of them? We're not pushing anything away, you're simply noticing. Are you just your thoughts? Or are you the awareness noticing those thoughts? Simply notice. When you sit with these questions, you start to see that the gap you thought was there is just another thought. It has no reality apart from your awareness of it. Meaning all there is to the thought is the awareness. Imagine a movie playing on a screen The characters, the colors, the drama, they all look separate and real, right? But if you look closely, you realize that every image on the screen is made of nothing but the screen itself. Look at another example. Think about your phone screen. Look at it right now. When you look at your phone, you might see text messages, pictures, and apps, right? Each thing feels separate. Your texts are not your apps, and your apps aren't your pictures. But underneath it all, they're all made of the same thing, which is the pixels on the screen. Meaning, without the screen, none of it would exist. It's the same with your awareness. Your thoughts, desires, and feelings are like the texts, are like the apps. They seem separate in the beginning, but they're all made of the same substance. Same substance. And that substance is you, the awareness. So in your life, every thought, every desire, every emotion arises in awareness and is made of awareness. Awareness is the reality underneath it all. So let's say you are affirming, I am wealthy, but secretly you feel frustrated because you don't see the dang results. So instead of reacting by doubling down on affirmations or switching to a new method, even if it's to be like, oh, let me breathe and be still, just pause. Notice the frustration. Ask yourself, where is this feeling happening? You'll see it's arising in awareness, just like any other thought. It's arising in this space. The frustration does not need fixing. It's simply a part of awareness. It's simply arising. And when you see that, the need to react starts to fade, right? So let's say you're overthinking about your desire, a specific person, more money, or a dream job, and your mind is flooded with thoughts like, what if this never happens? How do I make it work? Am I doing something wrong? Will I never get it? I'm definitely delusional. I am too dumb for this stuff. Each thought feels overwhelming, right? Like it's separate from you, pulling you into doubt and fear. But here's the shift. Every one of those thoughts arises in your awareness and is made of awareness. They are not separate from you ultimately. They are made of the same awareness. Therefore, they're not threatening ultimately. For example, imagine you're thinking, well, what if I never manifest this? Nothing will ever work out for me. That thought feels heavy, like it has power over you. But when you stop, when you pause and notice it, you'll see it's simply an image, a whisper arising in the space of your awareness. This space, your awareness, is the substance of the thought. Without your awareness, the thought could not even exist. Isn't that pretty cool? Now let's break it down further. Imagine once again, you're scrolling through your phone. Maybe you're obsessed over why you haven't heard back from someone you like or even your friend. Your mind says, maybe they don't like me. Maybe I need to do something to impress them. Maybe I need to affirm some more. Maybe I need to get into my I am more, stillness more, and then I'll fix everything. Maybe I just messed up. Each thought feels like a new separate problem to solve. But pause for a moment and notice every single thought is simply arising. It's playing out in your awareness. It's simply an arising, like a song playing on a speaker. The thoughts come and go, but they're made of the same substance, which is awareness. Without the speaker, there is no sound. Without your awareness, there are no thoughts. So you as awareness don't need to fix the thoughts or figure them out or kick them out or avoid them or quench them out. They're simply arising. They're part of you already. And therefore, they have no power to define you because they're simply arisings. And the same is true for your desire. The desire you're chasing, the thoughts you're reacting to, the emotions that come and go, they're all forms of awareness. Just like the images on the screen are forms of the screen. This means there is no separation between you and your desire because both are made of the same substance. The thoughts that make you doubt and the desire you long for are part of the same arising, are already a part of this awareness. When you realize this, the overthinking stops being a problem. You begin to see that it is simply another wave in the ocean of your awareness. And you, the awareness, are already whole, already everything. Let's look at another example. When you crave something like a chocolate cake, the craving itself arises in you. Think about it. First, there's the thought of the cake, right? A memory of its sweetness. Maybe it's the rich chocolatey flavor, the soft, spongy texture, or even if you don't have any memory of it, you simply crave for something new. Then there's this excitement of it, for it, the anticipation of tasting it again. Even if you're not physically eating the cake, you might catch yourself imagining the exact moment it melts on your tongue, the way it lingers and satisfies you. Every part of this experience, from the thought of the cake to the feeling of craving it, to the imagined and even the physical taste, it's all happening within awareness. There is no separation between you and the desire, you and imagination, you and awareness. Because the entire experience, wanting, imagining, recollecting, and even enjoying, is already a part of you. Whether the cake is on a plate in front of you or simply in your mind as an image, it exists as an experience in your awareness. And this doesn't just apply to cake. It applies to really anything: money, love, success, whatever you can think of. And remember, desire is anything that you want. It doesn't have to be like a burning passion for something. So think about if you want more wealth, the thought of financial freedom, the emotions tied to it, and even the imagined physical sensations of holding like crisp bills or tapping your credit card. They're all happening in the same space of awareness. These experiences are not out there waiting for you to grab, like, oh, let me imagine more and grab them into the physical world. No, they're all happening in the same awareness. They're already a part of you, already arising within you. Just like the taste of chocolate cake exists as part of your awareness, so does the fulfillment of any desire. Any desire. When you recognize this, the idea of separation, of chasing or reaching something out there, starts to dissolve. You see that you've always been the source of your experience, the awareness in which everything unfolds. When the sense of separation dissolves, it dissolves by asking these type of guided questions, this type of recognition. The desire itself becomes part of the unfolding experience. You no longer feel the need to chase the chocolate cake. You no longer are like dying for it. You're not chasing the relationship because you realize it's already within you. Its essence, its joy, its fulfillment is happening in your awareness right now. This relaxation, this absence of struggle, creates the space for the cake to appear on your plate, or the relationship that you want to naturally come into your life. It's not about forcing or fixing. It's about allowing, by recognizing who you truly are. When you stop seeing your desire as separate, it flows effortlessly into your experience, just like the next breath or the next wave in the ocean. So, every time you react, first know that it's okay, completely okay. Notice that in your reaction, you might have been trying to fix something that was never broken. So the desire is not the problem. It's mistaking yourself for the version of you that needs to fix, affirm, escape, or persist. The next time you notice yourself reacting, whether it's doubting your desire, overthinking, or rushing to fix it in any way, just pause. Instead of trying to change the reaction, just notice it. Now rest by asking yourself, where is this reaction happening? Notice the space of awareness. You'll realize it's just a thought arising in awareness, nothing more than that. The moment you see it as something that's just a part of you, a neutral arising, not something separate, foreign that you feel threatened about, it loses its grip. You no longer feel the need to fix it. You simply see it as an arising of awareness. The moment you stop reacting, you realize there was never a gap to bridge. You already are everything. And now this is not some intellectual understanding that remains in your mind. It is your lived experience. So come back and notice using questions like, where is this reaction happening? Notice the space in which this reaction is arising. Notice how this reaction is simply an arising. And if your thoughts feel meddlesome, well, notice, if I have no access to my thoughts, what do I know of anything in my experience? And simply access this space once again. Accessing the space is nothing but you recognizing the awareness that you are, the stillness that you are, the consciousness that you are, the love that you are, the freedom that you are, the source that you are, all meaning the same things. But now, like I said, it's your lived experience. Please use this during your day. Play with this for the next day, the next 2 days, the next 3 days, a week. And I want you to come back here and leave your insight about what you've noticed about yourself. I don't care if you label it as small or big, significant or insignificant. Simply come and share here, and I'd love to interact with you in the comments. And as always, the coaching links are in the description below, or you can email me at hello@theanilareddy.com or see any of my courses. I'll catch you in the comments.